talking of singing, you may have heard of the singing detective, but tonight we're going to give you the poetic postie, aren't we?
Yes, there's plenty of alone time on a morning round to discover your inner Kipling or Keats, and that's exactly what Pete the Postie has been doing over the last few years, as Bronwyn Brown has been finding out.
We have this wonderful trinity, the earth, the sky, and the mighty sea. I love the sea when it isn't crashing, instead it's lapping against rocks caressing.
You may think this is the work of William Shakespeare, Sylvia Plath, or even Lewis Carroll. But what if you were told that this poem came from Pete on one of his usual post rounds?
Morning, Postie. Any for me? You can keep the bills. I bet you're busy. Still wearing shorts? You miss the bikes? Don't mind the dog, he never bites.
Being a Guernsey boy himself, this popular postman hopes to create relatable poems for fellow islanders to enjoy.
I was sort of challenged by my sister. She sent me a poem about lockdown and things. She said to me, I think you could do that. So I got home from my postal delivery one day and sat down and wrote my first one. It was called Lockdown, Knockdown. And people liked it, and it clicked with people because it was obviously something we were all going through at the time. Do you feel it? Or is it your whole life's work to conceal it? A weight on your shoulders, a standard that's expected, any chink in the armour so easily detected.
Lots of his inspiration comes from the views he encounters on his postal rounds and when he's off duty. From crashing waves to glorious sunshine, the Channel Islands landscapes never fail to deliver.
I will never get tired of staring at the sea. An island boy, I guess it's a part of me. The way it ebbs and flows, rises and falls, slapping the rocks as the gulls call. The changing colours with the sky, the stormy days when foam flies, the grey days when the sea is churning, mariners upon its waves are toiling. I wrote one called To the Sea in Alderney actually, and I sat and watched the sea as I wrote it. Also wrote one about being down the beach at Grand Rock as a child, because we grew up on the beach, so to speak, down there, and I wrote a poem about that as well. So it's really got me thinking, what if it's not just Santa, presents and booze, awkward Christmas parties and eating too much food?
As we edge ever closer to Christmas, Pete's poetry focus has turned to the festive period.
I've written a new Christmas one. The title is Christmas, Is It Worth It? It's called. Which might sound funny, somebody of a Christian faith saying that, but it kind of turns itself on its head at the end.
So, the next time you have a chat with your postie at your door, remember, that conversation could turn into the next poetry classic. Bronwyn Brown, ITV News.
Oh, Spice has been busy scribbling your own, haven't you?
I do like writing poetry.
Yeah,
I
lovely.
wrote poems about every family member during
I
lockdown.
know you were saying that. Brilliant. Well,
Very good one
you.
about my dog.
Oh.